Bastion. Bastion was once a frontline combatant in the Omnic Crisis, utilizing its entire arsenal to eliminate anything it perceived as a threat. Following the resolution of the crisis, nearly all of the remaining Bastion units were destroyed or disassembled, except for one. The last Bastion unit was severely damaged during a fight, long forgotten and left to decay, until a small bird built a nest on its shoulder, waking it up from a decades-long slumber. That little bird's name, by the way, is Ganymede. Cute little fella. Through its new friendship with Ganymede, Bastion realized it had a conscience and desired to be peaceful. Its new nature is gentle, but its core combat programming takes over when the unit senses danger. To avoid conflict with the few humans it encounters, it tries to avoid populated areas in favor of the wild, uncharted regions of the world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the practice range. We're going to be taking a look at Bastion and all of their abilities, going over their weapon, and giving you an idea of what to expect when you lock this character in. I am very happy to report that I hated Bastion in Overwatch 1. When you would get in turret mode, you couldn't move, there'd be a shield in front of you, and this was basically your gameplay, sitting in a corner waiting for something to happen. Oversimplifying it, of course, but that style was so vile to me that I swore off Bastion in Overwatch 1. I'm very happy to report that times have changed, and this is actually one of my favorite damage characters in the whole roster now. Some things to point out: if you take a look at our health bar down at the bottom left, we have these orange segments. I haven't explained this in any of our other A through Z videos yet. Bastion's the first character that has it. What you're looking at is armor there. So 100 of our HP has armor associated with it. And that armor comes back just like normal. If we get healing from a support on our team or pick up one of these health packs, it'll return like normal. But that armor is going to be mitigating 30% of incoming damage while it lasts. So if we can time our engages based around when we have this armor and be really aggressive when we have this armor, we can soak up more damage than we would be able to otherwise. The main reason Bastion has this armor is because, well, they don't really have too many ways to escape conflict, other than using our grenade and jumping away a little bit, but even that damages us. On top of that, we have a pretty beefy hitbox here, very easy to shoot. I've been watching my kill cams all day when I die, and I'm like, oh yeah, they didn't even have to try. So keep that in mind. So let's take a look at Bastion's weapon. We know Tracer has 150 HP. If we shoot her in the leg, it's going to take 6 shots to take her down. That's because our weapon does 25 damage per shot to anyone within range. Our damage drop-off starts at 30 meters, and as we get further away from the target, you can see our bullets become even less effective. It stops at about 15 meters is where the damage drop-off maxes out. And of course, if we aim for headshots, we're going to do more damage with those too. This is a hit scan weapon. It fires about 5 rounds per second by default. There's no recoil whatsoever that you have to fight. Just keep your crosshair on target and you'll do very consistent damage. The real fun for me on Bastion, though, comes from Configuration Assault. This is our shift ability. It changes our weapon from firing 5 shots per second to firing a whopping 30 per second for a short time. This is a 6-second duration, but you turn into an absolute monster when Configuration Assault is active. Now, it does come with some drawbacks. Definitely. First of all, you know, this headshot damage we've been doing, that goes away. Just hitting the target is all you need to do, so make sure you're aiming for center of mass. Also, notice my movement speed. We lose 35% of our ability to move when this mode is active. And considering we already have a large hitbox with no escapes, that can be deadly if not used properly. However, to go along with that, whenever we're transformed either into this mode or our ultimate, which we'll go over later, we actually take 20% less damage. If we couple that with our armor, that means 50% less damage is going to be taken when we're in these forms. You know, until that armor goes away and your mode changes and then you get one shot. Our right-click ability fires a tactical grenade. You do have to aim kind of upwards with this thing. It does have a pretty big drop. 8-second cooldown does do splash damage, so if we attach it to this guy in the back, you can see it affects his friend over there. The cool thing about this is it can stick to enemies like we just saw, or it can bounce off objects. So let's say we know there's an enemy right here, but we're low on health and we don't want to fight them. We could just aim in this corner and shoot that grenade directly into that spot, dealing damage without having to get in line of fire. The actual impact of the grenade does 15 damage, which isn't a ton. The explosion itself does 100, and that includes the splash as well. You can do some fancy stuff with this and do some grenade jumps on Bastion to try to get up to the high ground. I don't know as many of these places as I probably should, so I'm going to just take this opportunity to remind you guys, if you ever have anything you want to add to the comment section of these videos, I am more than happy to read it. The entire point of the A through Z playthrough is to spread knowledge and make everyone better at playing the game, so don't hesitate at all. Our ultimate is a bit of a weird one. It does turn us into a mortar. Now, even though there's a structure above me here, that doesn't matter. We then drive our projectile, we drive our crosshair with WASD, just like we were moving our character. And then we can select 3 different areas to basically hit with mortar fire. I've gotten some phenomenal plays with this ability if the enemy team is trying to run back to point. Putting these in their path just to intercept them can be so powerful. Now, if you hit someone in the center of that, it's going to deal 550 damage, but that is super hard to do. As you get closer to the outside of those mortar rings, it's going to deal less and less. The very minimum could be 30 damage. So aiming that properly is super duper important. If you can layer your ultimate ability with other crowd control ultimates that your team may have, for instance a Zarya ultimate or a Mei ultimate, to help keep enemies still, you can really capitalize on that center damage. However, you don't really need that. If the enemy team is on a payload, fire it off at the payload. You know they're going to try to push that thing. Next up, we're going to be jumping into a match to try to show this all off together. Remember, if you're enjoying today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It helps us out a ton. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we found ourselves on Lijiang Tower today. I'm just going to go ahead and do some preemptive cough drops here. Holly and I have been super sick this week, and if I don't, I'm going to be coughing in your ear every other sentence. If you see any weird cuts, it's just because I'm trying to take that out. Holly, by the way, has been editing the lore segments for these A through Z episodes. I helped her with the first one, but after that, it's been mostly her. So if you're enjoying them, make sure you let her know down in the comments. This is a capture point map, so it's going to be a best of 3. For the team so far is D.Va, Bastion, Pharah, Ana, and an undecided support. As we head to the first point, my goal is going to be to pretty much stay behind D.Va. Her protective field will protect me as well behind it, and considering we only have one of our supports locked in so far, I imagine the support will be nearby too. Enemy team does have a Doomfist. He was massively buffed in the last patch, and we're going to try to avoid shooting into him and charging him up when his little defensive thing is active. Enemy team is hitting me from the high ground. Doomfist coming around the corner. Enemy Reaper trying to follow, but we take them both down with some clutch healing from our Mercy. I do have my tank stance on right now, so let's come around this corner and see what we can do. Good shots into the enemy Baptiste. Mercy taking a lot of damage as she flies back over to him, fully taken down. D.Va on the point now is taking territory away. Enemy Baptiste super low as he was rounding that corner. There's his immortality field now. You'll notice that enemies will focus me almost every single opportunity they get. That's because if we're caught out, we're very easy to kill. It's because our hitbox is super big, and it's because we are one of the biggest threats on the map after all. Good grenade there. Was hoping it would get Reaper off of me, but no, he just pushed forward, even though he's right next to my entire team. We could have made that a little bit better just by pinging that he was there. So far, we are top damage in the game as we are working our way back. Looks like our team is splitting deaths a little bit, but nothing too bad. is going to be coming up behind us. I don't think I want to use my ult here. I will go ahead and swap into tank form. I just charged that Doomfist. That feels really bad, but I killed him before he could do anything about it. We know they're relatively grouped up here, so I'm just going to go ahead and ult, send this onto the back ways, and hopefully, yes, indeed, picking up a kill on Baptiste. Reaper once again flanking me. I pinged him, tried to get some damage, and it looks like D.Va, did she call in the mech on him? Hold on. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Does that deal damage? Friendly team back in control for the time being. Doomfist once again meeting a... She did it again! It's literally not an accident! She did it again! I've never fucking seen that! The double healer on the side, support. Okay, I know I'm supposed to call them supports. Don't get too bent out of shape, okay? I know they're supports. You and I both know they're supports. We both know what we're talking about. Looks like the enemy Doomfist decided to swap over to Winston. That's going to be a triple kill for us as we round the corner to make it a quad. Wait. Come here. Come here. I'll kill more of you. I don't mind. Tank is back. Remember, we are taking reduced damage right now. Even though I am kind of far forward, we're going to be falling back now. We're okay. We're okay. We still have the armor. Mercy's doing a great job of pocket healing me. Can I grenade jump up there? Nope, not even close. Reaper coming through on the side. We'll make sure we ping him to let the team know where he I guess to let D.Va know where he is. She did just drop the mech and didn't drop it on him, so I guess he's going to be happy about that. Zarya is running through the entirety of my team just to shoot at me. That's how much of a threat Bastion is. Soldier 76 up on the high ground did do a number to me before I noticed he was up there. Let's try to get back to the fight. Looks like our team is starting to die off. 99% on the capture point. So what we're going to do is just say group up. And we're going to wait right here. Try not to get ourselves into any trouble we don't need to be in. Enemy tank has swapped twice. I feel pretty good about fighting a Zarya. Even if she does have shields up, we can still do good damage to her. Looks like she does have the healing of Mercy at her back right now, though, which is going to be hard to move in on. That's a Reaper behind. Always behind. Trying to kill him during his ult. We got it. Zarya taken down soon after. We have 70 health with what looked to be a Moira trying to heal me in the back. I don't know who's on point. I'm just going to ult this. That was actually not terrible, but didn't connect with anyone. I should have spread those out a little bit more. They're at 90% right now. Our team is starting to regroup. I'm going to move on to the point. Here we go. Baptiste dead. Zarya behind. I put good damage into her with that grenade. Soldier 76 very low on the other side. I believe Zarya ulted me there. I wasn't really able to move out. And you could see just how good that damage mitigation really is. We're pushing up towards their spawn now because we don't want reinforcements to get onto that point. Good start to this game. I'm going to cough some now. Here we go, on to the second point. If we win this, we win the game, but of course the enemy team could take this round as well. Looks like D.Va's heading right down the middle. I'd like to stick to the high ground if I can here. That point isn't going to be super contestable right away because of course it's not unlocked. Enemy tank did go for a Roadhog. I'm just going to try to shred that as he is moving on to the objective by himself. Baptiste's coming around the corner. We may be able to get the immortality field instead. We get a grenade kill on the enemy team, Soldier 76. Enemy did go for a Bastion as well as we see a res happening on that soldier. We're going to focus Bastion down, try to swap our attention over to Mercy, but I think these guys are going to be rounding the corner pretty quickly. Just missing the hook from Roadhog there. Let's make sure we're backing up. Let's make sure we're safe. I wonder if I could sit in one of these windows. You can tell that the world of grenade jumping is very new to me. Oh, God, shredded as Soldier comes around the corner. Very unopportune time, but the Mercy res is going to happen. I hear a Roadhog to my left. We're just going to go turret form for that. Even though he hooked me in, we're taking less damage. Grenade here might actually knock someone off the side, and I'm just going to go into a quick mortar right into this corner and pick up almost two kills. As Mercy goes down, it looks like we cleared out the majority of that team, and was that Bastion? What are you? Who was that? It was Roadhog. is taken down at the end. We're at 43% on the objective right now. Enemy team's going to be rallying again soon. I'm going to just kind of check the side here. I don't want to stand out here too long because Roadhog could just hook me into a pit, and that's not fun. The enemy team looks like they're pushing right down middle, which is excellent for me. I'm going to check the side again one more time. And our Mercy is trying to heal us, so let's make sure we're in a position where she can. Damage on the corner, trying to force that Roadhog out. I also tried to hit him with a bit of a grenade to knock him back, but that didn't quite work out. Genji jumping in our faces, taken down. We need to spread out as the enemy mortar is happening. We'll just get off the point for that. Unfortunately, our Diva taken down, but our Mercy's been super good about healing, or about rezzing, so I think they'll be fine. We put great damage into Bastion there as he peeked that corner a little bit too long. 85%, 86%. The enemy team may have one more push if they're lucky, and here's Roadhog trying to make it happen. The team by his side, they only have 5% to move on, and here they go now. We're going to be swapping into tank as Mercy is keeping us alive. Grenade around the corner. There we go. We got it. I don't know if they'll be able to move on without Roadhog now, but enemy Bastion is shredding me. Let's just peek with a quick grenade. I'm going to try to stay away from this Genji as he brings out that sword and chases me around the corner. We still have 3 on point, so with any luck, they will be able to defend. Looks like we're still in overtime right now. 2 of our friendly team on the point, 1 of the enemy. Now it's a 1-1. They take it. And that's okay. We just need to regroup. We just need to regroup. So far, 30 kills in this game. I have played 5 games of Bastion today, and I won every single one of them. I fucking love this character now, dude. Complete 180 from what it used to be in Overwatch 1. Complete 180. I'm just gonna blind fire a grenade onto point. We have plenty of time to figure out how we want to approach this. Enemy Bastion is ripping and tearing around that corner, though. Let's return the favor, dealing as much damage as we can. Roadhog trying to move up on us, and he does land the hook, but at what cost, Roadhog? We have Mercy healing, so I feel very confident in doing this. Yes, and we took down the enemy Mercy. That means as we take down Lucio with that grenade, moving on to this point, they have no supports left. As Genji falls, Bastion tries to take the corner, but we out Bastion the Bastion. Wait, didn't I kill her? Did I not read the kill feed right? I killed someone on that corner. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. Forgive my loopiness. I've been sick as a dog this week. I tried my best to be as energetic as I could in this episode. Remember, if you guys enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel. We're going through the whole roster, the whole Overwatch roster, and I would love to have you along for the ride. Here is the play of the game from Diva. She goes in, the nuke is ready, she leaves it at her feet, and it looks like that explosion is going to catch 3 people on the enemy team. Beautiful.